Hey folks, this is Mickey G. Don't you just hate door-to-door salesmen, especially the ones that won't take no for an answer? I even had one steal an umbrella right off my front porch. Well, Rodney and I are going to talk about that today. In this episode, we call The Case of the Stolen Umbrella on Old Fools Talking Old School. And, I've been seeing, I got to probably get that checked out. I've been seeing quite a few of my neighbors getting their roof replaced. And, we got ours replaced in a span right after we moved back, in a span of probably 3 or 4 years. We got ours replaced twice because we had hailstorms.
Right.
And a guy came through, I guess it was about a month ago. I don't know. Some reason I don't trust those door-to-door salesman kind of people.
Yes, indeed. You should not.
He came through. Matter of fact, he told me he had gotten out of the Air Force. He saw my flags I put up. I was like, he said, "Oh, you were in the Air Force?" Yeah, I was in the Air Force. I was in the Air Force. I did, I think he said 3 years or something. And I just had to come on out. And I said, "Oh, okay." And he said, "I'm going through. This is what I'm doing now. We have this company. We go by and check people for their roofs and things." And I'm saying to myself, you're going to find and you're going to tell me I need to get a new roof. I already know that,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's what happened. I think they do theirs with like drones or something, he says. So we won't come and get on your roof. We have this thing that goes over and looks at your roof and does these images and all this stuff. So I said, okay. So, of course, he sent me an estimate. I said, I know he was going to say I needed a new roof.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I just don't trust. And it wasn't a local company. I said, I just don't trust that. But I'm thinking I need to find somebody locally that, has got a decent reputation stuff to come by just to check, because I'm seeing these other neighbors getting their roof replaced, and it makes me wonder, because now it's been about 10 or 12 years, but roof's supposed to last 30 years.
Yes,
Shingles,
sir.
supposed to last
exactly
30 years.
That's
I'm
right.
like, do I need to have somebody come by and look at mine just to see, or are they getting their replaced because that same dude showed up at their door and talked them into it?
And that's exactly right, because that's what they count on. I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and this was like maybe 3 months ago, if not 2. But anyway, dude come through here, rang my doorbell, saying, "Yeah, there's been you had some hail out here." And I'm like, "Well, I'm here every day. I ain't seen no damn hail," And that's how he started out. Then he said, "Well, sir, would you mind if I?" Because this is how I use him. I said, "Okay, if you're gonna come over here trying to BS me, would you mind if I get up there and take a look?" "No, go take a look." He climbed up there. I had one climb up there. Oh, he had a little piece of chalk. He marking all the spots. Only reason I let him go up there that time was because he had this young lady with him. He said, "I'm showing her the ropes. Would you mind if I get up there and let her take a look at your roof so I can show her the damage that we're looking for?" I'm like, lying. I said, "Yeah, go ahead, man." He got up there, all across the front facing the street. Oh, he had just lines. I said, "Yo, man, you can stop marking up my damn roof," And he said, "Well, sir, I'm just doing this, and I'm showing her." And then there's one right there. He goes, "Yeah, there's one right there." I let him play that little game. "Okay, thank you." Go on. Then another one came by. Same story. He looking. He get up there. Only thing he could do was go to the top upper portion of my roof. He said, "Well, see, they didn't lay these right up here." And I mean, it was a whole different ball game. I said, "Well, if all that damage is right there in the front, you should have caught that as soon as you climbed up there." It wasn't nothing. So, what I like to do is I like to tell them after they get up there, after they run their little game, I said, "Well, that's an impact roof." Oh, it is. I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm thinking you're a roofer. You would have noticed that."
You would think so, yeah.
And that's why I know that for a shit. And then the one was his whole stick was, well, we're doing the roof around the corner, because what they do is work the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Once they get in there, and so he was like, "Well, we're replacing." They named off some names. I'm like, "Hell, I don't know who the hell they are." And we're replacing them, and we can get you a new roof. I said, "Well, it ain't about me getting me a new roof. It's if I needed a new roof." And they said, well, see, they're all getting it done. I said, well, I got mine done about 5-6 years ago, and they didn't get one. He's trying to infer that, well, since they're getting it, you should be getting one. I said, well, hell, it's about time for them to get a roof. When I got one 5-6 years ago, they didn't.
Right, right.
And so he didn't have nothing to say to that. Then he was like, well, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. Little young dude. I said, so you ain't even got your nose wet yet. Come up here like you some authority. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. Please get on back in that yellow truck you came up here in. I said, and furthermore, what you gonna do if I let you replace my roof? You gonna tell the company lie? I said, everybody that does a roof, I said, I had 3 or 4 roofs done. Everybody's saying their shingles and everything gonna last for 20 years. I said, so I told you mine in 5 or 6 years, but you're gonna tell me I need a new roof. So are y'all all lying? He just looked at me. I said, I still got 15 more years. I said, this is a perfect roof. He said, it's perfect. I said, yeah, because it ain't leaking. Get on out of here.
Yeah, yeah. That's why, like I say, I told the guy, I said, yeah, go ahead and look, see what you can find out. I said all the time thinking, yeah, you can find something. You
Yeah.
can find it needs to be replaced.
Yep.
And I said, but I just don't like those guys. And I know sometimes, like you say, they go to 10 houses, maybe if they can get one person. And like you say, they always drop that name. Yes, same thing he did. Well, Mr. So-and-so up the street, he's going to get a new replacement,
Yeah.
found some damage on him that he wasn't even aware of,
Yeah.
he said, we're going to replace his and stuff. I said, okay, yeah, go on up there and see what you find. And then I said, nah. Matter of fact, they sent me a link to go to a place to put my information in, how am I gonna pay for it, and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, right. Delete.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. I think I am gonna have somebody come out and look, just because I've seen the other ones getting theirs replaced, but we haven't had a hailstorm, knock on wood, in quite a number of years, and that's what usually knocks all that stuff off your shingles is the hail. But I said, well, it has been a number of years, and you just never know. So I think I'm gonna have somebody come out and take a look from a reputable company, probably a couple of them come out, and see what they say, just to be on the safe side. But I'm the same way. I ain't seen no leaks. They used to say if you saw a bunch of that what do you call it? The rough outside part of the shingle, like down in your downspouts or down on the ground, that you're losing it. And I haven't really seen that either. So I think I'm okay, but I said maybe just to be on the safe side, I might have somebody come out. But just that typical thing. It's always something.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I must admit, I have seen some of that stuff come down my downspout, but I don't know. I'm still like, I'm here every day. I ain't heard no, none of that. But it come a time I'll see if it's. I'll probably do like you, get somebody come out here just to verify it for myself. But I'm like, man, in my head I'm saying 5-6 years ago, and that probably usually equates to 10 or 11. These years go by so fast.
So fast, yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't remember when it was, because when the dudes first put it on out here, the only reason that I know if there was something going on. But just because it's hails in an area, that don't mean the whole area gets bombarded.
Right,
but,
right.
But the dudes that put on my impact roof, they used to call me and say, "Can we come by and take a look at your roof?" Because it was like, well, hell was in your area. So I said, yeah, come on out and take a look. That was part of the agreement, and never no issue. So I go on the theory. I ain't got no brown spots in my shingle in my so we good.
Yeah, like I said, I'm the same way. I ain't seen nothing like that either. So I think I'm in good shape too. I'm the same way. Yeah, but because like I say, I'm concerned that I'm gonna be saddled with replacing almost all my shrubbery and stuff anyway after that hard freeze we had back in, I guess it was in January. I mean, as I say, everything is looking brown. Well, matter of fact, I saw this one little bush out there. I went by today. It has some green leaves sprouting on it, but it's only like 10 in the whole big old thing, So I'm like, that ain't gonna cover the whole bush.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm probably gonna get all that stuff pulled up and plant new bushes and stuff planted, because it's all looking weak right now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, they're always trying to, especially nowadays with, you know, small businesses being what they are, because it ain't never none of the major roofers coming out here. Be these little fly-by-night ones,
Yeah,
little
yeah,
small companies and shit, and they trying to drum up business. And it seems like on everything that they do, they use the same kind of little old uh, sales tactic, of acting like, well, I'm doing Mr. Johnny Ray around the corner, and here, blah, 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 please. Johnny Ray don't live on this lot, you know.
yeah, yeah. They do. I mean, they come through. Seem like they used to come through a lot more. Seem like they used to bring them kids through here a lot more than they did now. Of course, they had a big bust out on that a few years back. And people well, not busing, but trucking them kids into neighborhoods, and
Mm-hmm.
and the thing about it was, they weren't bringing them into the neighborhoods over there on the east side. They was bringing them into
Right,
some of the more better neighborhoods.
right.
Excuse me. And they were going door to door, and I think I told you about that one year. The kid stole my umbrella. I told you about that, right?
No, I
Yeah,
don't think you did, man.
I didn't tell you about that, man.
Uh,
This had to be 4 or 5 years ago. Cause we got Mary put this little thing on the front porch. It's like an umbrella holder. It's a metal thing, and
mhm.
she went out and bought a couple of cheap umbrellas from Dollar General somewhere. Those long kind of
Yeah,
umbrellas,
yeah.
they put in there just for looks.
Uh-huh.
And so I was. As a matter of fact, this before I even had my office built downstairs and everything. I was up there up in the bedroom office I had then. I was looking out, and a storm was coming. And I see these kids walking through the neighborhood. I said, there they go. You can see them with these little clipboards and things. I said, here they go through the neighborhood. And so I saw one walk up past me. And about that time, it started to pour down. I saw him run back down the street. I figured he was going to get in his van.
Mm-hmm.
So after the rain stopped and everything, I saw him come back up, and he had an umbrella with him. Had his umbrella open. I said, "Oh, okay." He must have ran back to get the umbrella out of his car or whatever. So I didn't think nothing about it. So after work, I went out because at the front door. I went out the front door. I don't know if I went to turn the lights on, or if we got a package. Someone out there. Man, I looked over in my damn umbrella hole. My damn umbrella was gone. I said, he ran back and he had been by the house. I didn't answer the door. So he
Right.
know the umbrellas were there. I didn't answer the door because I saw him out in the neighborhood. I said, man, he ran back to my house and took my took my
You,
umbrella.
you know it.
Sure did. Took my umbrella.
You know it, man. They something else, man.
Yeah, I think. But they had a problem, with they was going into these people's houses and some elderly people, and they said no. They show you all these permits and all these things in
Mm-hmm.
Ziploc bags and stuff, how they legit and all that kind of stuff. They said no. Yeah, I ain't coming back no more. Cause that's what they were doing. I saw a couple of times this guy in a van. They were all down on the corner. He showed up in this van. They all piled in his van and left. So I said, no, they ain't doing that stuff no more. They ran them out of town after that.
Yeah, man. It's amazing. I had one come up here, old dude, trying to sell me an alarm system and camera system. I'm like, I told him, I said, nah, man, I'm satisfied. I already got it. He actually thought he was going to talk me into it. He just kept standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
kept talking. And finally, I said, man, do you understand English? I told you I'm happy with what I got. I said, you trying to sell me a camera system? Don't you see that camera shooting your ass right now? He finally got the message, and we were sitting out in the garage. And of course, I was drinking me a little tidbit. I was sitting there, and I done told you 3 times, man. And Robin said he wasn't gonna take no for an answer. I said, I guess not. That's why I had to get nasty. Don't you see the camera looking at your ass right now?
Yeah, they do that, and the ones that come in and say, we got a special going on. We're giving everybody in your neighborhood, since everybody's signing up, we're giving, it's only going to be $1,000. And I say, well, no, I still don't want it. Well, I tell you what. How about $29.99? I'm like, wait a minute. You went from $1,000 to $29.99.
Oh,
Come on now, at least make it realistic,
exactly.
So yeah, but like I said, most of the time I don't even answer the door because like I say, with our cameras and things, I'll look and see who's out there, and if I see them with a clipboard in their hand or whatever, I know that's what it's for. And since most time we're parked in the garage. There ain't no cars usually in the
Right.
driveway. So
Exactly.
I just don't even answer the door 9 times out of 10 that happens. But yeah, it kills me the way they come in, and I like to try to debate them sometime.
Yeah.
Well, really, really. Well, did you know that blah 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 blah? They'll look at you like, well, damn, I didn't expect that.
Right. Exactly.
You
That's
I expect
exactly
you to
right.
sit there and listen. I didn't expect you to come back and come back at me.
Yeah. Yeah. They something else, man. I, and well, you know that other caution. They think we don't know what's happening anyway.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, we can get you a new roof. I said, well, you gonna supply me a new roof when that insurance company dropped my ass for filing a claim. So like, no, I ain't getting no roof cause everybody else getting one.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's a thing. That's the thing. Yeah, they try to sell you on that, and just like my neighbor was saying what he called the HVAC company. He said I had that yearly maintenance. He said every time they came, they found a problem, and they
Right.
just happened to have the piece on the truck. He
Mm-hmm.
said they always it wasn't no, hey, we're going to come back in a week. We want to order this kind of thing. They always had the exact piece that they need to replace on the truck with them.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, that's how they make they case. As a matter of fact, there's a commercial running here now where this HVAC company, the guys said, yeah, we was glad we're here for the 29.99 tune up, and we just found this and that. The other woman said, uh-huh, this is gonna cost. And I was like, boy, they know their own tricks. They even got a commercial about how they play that
Mm-hmm.
game.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like they say, man. If you got something you don't want somebody to know, is to tell them the truth, and they'll never believe it. They
Yeah,
they
yeah.
always believe. They always use that one about Morgan Freeman and what's that little young. I don't know if it was Ben Affleck or nothing, but anyway, he was a Russian spy, and he had just met this girl, and they were hitting it off pretty good, and then Morgan Freeman called him in. Oh, we gotta go. They take this emergency flight to Russia. He's like, oh, sir, what am I gonna tell my girlfriend? He said, tell her you're taking an emergency flight to Russia. He said, she'll never believe it. I'll be damned. They showed her. He said, I gotta take an emergency flight to Russia. She was like, oh, come on. I'm like, hey, that's it, man.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, like you say, the truth is a better way to go.
Yeah, yeah, just tell them the truth. They'll
Yeah,
never believe it.
yeah. Just like I like that commercial that they have for that that shingles vaccine, that Shingrix
Oh
vaccine.
yeah, yeah.
Where is that? The woman say, I ran 12 miles a day. Shingles don't
Okay.
care.
Yeah,
I love that commercial. I just did this today. Shingles don't care.
man. Man, we were talking, me and my brother, we were just talking about our grandparents. I said, boy, if they were to come back here, and especially my maternal grandmother, she died a long time ago. I said, boy, they'd be so shocked looking at this TV now. I said, hell, they got everything about your menstrual cycle to that one commercial they do now that's new about that lotion, and the woman said you can put it everywhere on your body, on your butt crack. And I was like, damn. I ain't no proof, but some of this shit it takes some time for me to get used to hearing.
Oh yeah,
And and
yeah,
and them ones where you can take this and you won't have a menstrual cycle for 3 months, and I'm like, man, y'all messing with nature, man. But they have
yeah.
all kind of stuff nowadays.
It is. It is. There's almost nothing is sacred when it comes to commercials now.
Oh man,
As I say, the kind of stuff that makes you cringe. When
yeah,
when they be talking about some of that kind of stuff that, like you say, wouldn't even have gotten a second thought coming on years ago.
yeah, yeah,
You know. But these days, yeah, everything is pretty game. I mean, they between the ambulance chasing lawyers that are on 10 times in the morning to
hmm,
all the other stuff that's going on. Yeah, it's just a free for all when it comes to ads and things. I just wonder sometimes how they pay for it. Ads on TV ain't cheap,
no, they're
and
not.
some of these companies and individuals run ads all the time. I'm like, where are they getting that kind of money? I said maybe they're doing that good.
Yeah,
That they can
yeah,
run these kind of commercials because they be on there a lot.
yeah. Well, I'm sure too. On some of them, especially like the pharmaceutical stuff, Big Pharma has got a lot to do with that because that's still more money in their pocket.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
and some of these others, man, they get some farmers. Them Koch brothers probably behind half of them. You know, it's funny how they done created all this havoc and they kind of done backed up and just
Yeah.
sitting back
Yeah.
laughing. You know,
Yeah. You don't hear much about them anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
So
I know the thing that always gets me about the pharmaceuticals is the list of side effects is longer than half the commercial. You know, it could it could cure whatever that is, but it could cause all kind of things,
yes, sir.
including death,
Yes, sir.
You
That's
know, and
right.
I'm like,
And we get an auctioneer speed read through the shit
right.
that can happen. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing, boy.
Yeah, but it is funny how they always almost tell you, go talk to your doctor about this. Don't wait for him to come say something to you that maybe this
Right.
will help you. You go talk to your doctor about so and so. And I'm like, well, you would think maybe he would talk to me about that if he thinks that's something I need, but they want you to make that initial call to your doctor. Say, hey man, I just saw this commercial. What do you think about me taking that?
Hmm.
So,
I always equate that to like they always the professional medical people will tell you, oh, don't let the internet diagnose you. Stay away from that. Well, that's the same thing with these pharmaceutical people telling these people to ask you about whatever drug. Just create the thought.
yeah, yeah, that's all they do and try to put that in your mind so you can go ask your doctor and they get a couple, even though most of the pharmaceuticals, they go straight into the offices anyway. So, I
Oh yeah,
mean, it ain't so
but
much about,
they want you to talk to the doctor because we didn't already set him up.
yeah.
He got a whole bunch of samples for you.
that's the way, that's the way it was. They changed. What about medicine? I, I did call the pharmacy. They said, well, we don't have that. It's on back order right now. So I
Mhm.
called back out to the doctor. I said, well, they said that one's on back order right now. Don't worry. Come on in the office. We got samples for you. I said, okay. No problem.
Yes, sir. We'll hook you up.
Yep, they'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. I got my income tax check today. Shingles doesn't care. Man, I love that commercial. Hope y'all enjoyed this edition of Old Fools Talking Old School. Join us next time. Until then, this is Mickey G. Peace.